versus West battle as the stars of the PBA travel to Tokyo to meet their Asian counterparts in one of professional bowling's most prestigious tournaments, the Round 1 Japan Cup. Tokyo, Japan, this is the 26th version of the Round 1 Japan Cup from the Round 1 Diver City Bowling Center. I'm Lon McCarron, along with PBA Hall of Famer Randy Peterson. And right now, the 8 quarterfinalists being introduced to this very excited crowd. There's Parker Bone III.
Parker Bone coming off of his recent win at the PBA World Championships.
And there's current PBA Player of the Year, Sean Rash, having a little fun on the approach.
Sean looks like he's been in the gym.
Rash, one of 5 PBA pros. In our final 8, there's Osku Palermo, Big Wes Malat. Mika Koivuniemi's here as well.
And standing next to Mika, Yoshihiro Sakuraba wearing a jersey that would make Fred Flintstone proud.
So here are your quarterfinalists left from a field that began with 176 bowlers. A bow to the crowd, and we are ready to get this competition underway. Round of 16 was best of 5. The players in yellow moved through. You see Osku move through, as did Wes Malat.
And a couple of sweeps there. Palermo taking out Fagan 3-0. And how about Belmonte not winning a game against Suda?
On the other half of the bracket, Mika Koivuniemi has moved through. He's lost only 1 game in his preliminary matches, and then an All-American matchup, Bone and Rash.
And Bone went through Rash last week to earn his second major.
And these two will lead off the quarterfinal action. Sean Rash and Parker Bone III. Bone with 2 PBA major titles, 33 overall. From Jackson, New Jersey, the 49-year-old in his 28th PBA season.
Look at that resume here in Tokyo, Japan. Back-to-back-to-back wins in the late 90s for Parker Bone III.
Parker Bone III opening up our quarterfinals. Not the opening that he wanted.
There's a timeless style there, and the traditional down and in type of ball reaction that we've come to associate Parker Bone III with.
So Parker Bone III opens with a spare in his quarterfinal match. 6.5 million yen to our winner here. That's worth almost 72,000 US. Runner-up gets $38,500.
Is that before or after taxes?
Always before. And now Sean Rash with his opening ball in this quarterfinal match. Oh, and Rash leaves the 7-10.
Pretty good shot here. Not a very good break. Sean Rash playing left of third arrow, wheels it to the right. Little messenger that kind of looks at the 7.
Sean Rash with an open frame in the first.
If you leave the 7-10 split, take your spare ball out, throw it 100 miles an hour, either the 10 or the 7, and hope to bounce it out.
Squeeze out a little aggression that's left over from that first shot as well. Rash now in the second. Oh, and Rash is not going to like this one either.
Yeah, the bucket without the 4-pin, and the 5-pin actually gets scooted a bit to the right, which is going to make this spare conversion even tougher.
So Rash digging himself an early hole against Parker Bone III. Rash trying to convert. And he does. Nice shot from Sean Rash.
That's a good spare there.
So Rash converts. He's still down by 11 pins as Parker Bone III gets ready for his second frame. The first cut was total pinfall. Final 64 switched to best 3 out of 5. The final 8 seeded into a bracket format with single game matches.
And only 20 PBA players invited to this event, but 5 of them made the telecast.
They are the ones to beat in the world of bowling right now. Parker Bone III in the second frame comes up with the big strike. He is a star here in Japan. And of course, on last week's telecast, we saw him claim his second major at the PBA World Championship, winning the title match 254-227 over top-seeded Jason Belmonte.
Huge break there, rolling the 3-pin for Parker Bone III. He just kept striking, throwing great shot after great shot, and never looked back.
Parker Bone III was 24th out of 24 when match play began. He was on the bottom rung of the stepladder when the TV finals began, and he took it all.
Parker Bones, truly one of the good guys out on this tour, and I know there was a lot of folks, including myself, that were very happy for him.
Parker Bone the third now in the third frame, and with another strike.
And that's what great champions do. They take advantage of their opponent's open frame. Sean Rash pocket 7-10 in the first. Parker Bone steps up and throws a really nice double here early on.
PBA pro Tommy Jones was the last one to win this event. He won his third Japan Cup a couple of years ago. This event was not held last year due to the earthquake and tsunami that struck Japan. And speaking of strikes, Sean Rash comes back with a strike in the third.
Sean using two different bowling balls, one on the right lane, a different ball on the left. Remember his first shot on this lane, pocket 7-10. This time gets a little love tap on the 10 pin.
Of course, Sean, the franchise player on the PBA League team, the Brooklyn Styles, owned by actor Jesse Williams.
You see Walter Ray Williams Jr. on that team. Walter Ray, the only player to have competed in all 26 Japan Cups. Rumor has it he has timeshare in Tokyo.
Parker Bone the third on the LAX, owned by NBA star Chris Paul. Franchise player is Jason Belmonte. That is one tough team, the LAX. Our first PBA League team telecast next Sunday at noon Eastern on ESPN. Live coverage. All right, Rash trying to get back in this match, and that'll help.
Nice shot there. He changed balls on the left lane. Last time he was light. That ball hooks up into the pocket beautifully. Let's take a look at this form that won him Player of the Year, the Big High Backswing Cup. A lot of revs. This ball reads the oil pattern perfectly, and that's what we term 10 in the pit, Lon.
Parker Bone the third now up by 11 in his fourth frame. Parker Bone the third up to the task. These guys are huge stars here, Randy. You won this back in '89, and you know that firsthand.
Well, once you win in Japan, you become kind of a rock star. They never forget. Parker Bone the third is a huge rock star in Tokyo. Remember, a four-time winner over here as we see the oil pattern, 42 feet in length. And we've had big scores throughout this event.
Looking for his fifth round one Japan Cup. Parker Bone the third. Oh, that sounded as bad as the result.
Well, this is just a bad shot. He gets it wide of target and not enough friction to get his bowling ball to hook back into the pocket, and he leaves the 3-6-7.
So Rash had opened in the first, and now Parker Bone the third perhaps will return the favor, and he does here in the fifth. Bone still up by 6, but that puts Rash back in this match.
This ball never gets far enough to the right to have a chance to throw the 3-pin into the 7. Big opening now for Sean Rash, who's working on a double.
So Parker Bone the third and Sean Rash in this quarterfinal from the round one Japan Cup will continue in just a moment. Rash back in it.
Things are starting to heat up here in Tokyo. Sean Rash needs just one strike to take the lead.